Okay, many guys have asked the questions about the scenario which I presented last time, so I have drawn that scenario again separately this time. Scenario number 1 and scenario number 2. In these two scenarios, I have tried to make it as simple as possible. So I have two computers here, 10001, 10002. These are two computers and these are their IP addresses. Here, the computers, they belong to same IP subnet, and here they belong to different IP subnet, right? So your question was that where do we need the switch and where do we need a router? So let me answer this simply. Let's say these are the computer numbers, computer 1, 2, 3 and 4. And when I say computers, computer means they can be any type of hosts. They can be printers, they can be router ports, they can be servers, IP cameras, anything. So when two devices, they belong to same IP subnet. Here you can see 10.0.0/24 means that first 24 bits are same. So which means they belong to same IP subnet. So when two hosts, when two devices, they belong to same IP subnet, then we need a device in between which is called as switch, a layer 2 switch. A layer 2 switch. It works on layer 2. That is why it is called as layer 2 switch. And it works based on the MAC addresses, on layer 2 addresses, physical addresses. While when we have two hosts, two devices which belong to different subnets, you can see /24 means that first 24 bits, they are representing the subnet here. While /24 here, these are two different IP subnets. This is 10.0.0, this is 192.168. So when we have this kind of scenario where devices belong to different IP subnets, so here we need which type of device, you guys can tell me. Should I still use the switch or what? So the answer is we need a device which is called as router, and router works on layer 3 IP addresses and it works on layer 3 logical addresses, not physical addresses. So it means overall that we need a switch wherever devices, there can be more devices as well now. There might be another server, there might be another router. But the requirement, whenever you have a switch in between, the requirement is that first 3 digits, now they should start with 10.0.0.0. And here you can put anything. So because this /24 means that the devices, they start from 10.0.0.0 up to .255. So out of those 256, 254 IP addresses, we can choose anything and then they'll be able to communicate, which means that this is the boundary of the network now. This is one network. While in case of this router scenario, in case of this layer 3 scenario, now this is one network including this computer and this port of the router. Also including this device and this port of the router, there are two member devices. This is also one network. So here we have two networks. Also we can connect, we can take a cable from here and we can connect with the switch. So this will be a third network. We can also connect another network here, another network here. So which means router is a centralized device, a central device which connects different IP networks based on layer 3 addresses, based on logical addresses. That's why whenever we talk about router, we always say that router tells us about the location, about the logical place, which means if I connect my mobile phone, my computer in the morning in my office, then I might have a different IP address. When I move from my office, let's say, to another network, to my home or to another office, then it means that that will be a different IP address. So it depends on my DHCP server. So this is the scenario. Where do we need a router? Where do we need a switch? Also, another question which a lot of guys are asking a lot, they are asking about layer 3 switches. They are asking about Wi-Fi routers. They are asking whether it is a layer 2 device or layer 3 device, whether this one is layer 2 or layer 3. My recommendation is do not go with these advanced hybrid devices. Try to make your concept solid on these two devices first, on layer 2, layer 3. Once you are good enough, then you can go with these advanced hybrid devices. So what is a layer 3 switch? Let me answer because you already asked. So it is a combination of a switch and a router. So it contains the features of a switch. Why? It has so many ports like a switch. You can connect, they can talk to each other based on physical addresses, MAC addresses, while it also supports a little bit of a limited version of routing as well. That's why it is called as layer 3 switch. And Wi-Fi router, our home router, it's also a combination of these two types of devices. There is a router which is capable of doing only default routing. Because it's not so expensive, it is less than $100 usually. So to make it less expensive, usually like B315, that router, or any type of TP-Link Cisco small router, that is also a combination. It has a small routing module plus a switch where we can connect up to 4-8 devices as well. You can see on the back side, maybe next time I can show you as well. So it connects different devices using Wi-Fi and wired connection both. But your main focus should be on layer 2 and layer 3. Once you understand them, differences between them, where to place a switch, where to place a router, then everything will be clear to you guys. Also, I showed this whole scenario using Cisco Packet Tracer and GNS3 last time. You guys can go through that one as well. It will also clarify your concept. So with Packet Tracer, just drag two computers, make the same kind of scenario and try to replace this switch with a router, and then you see that whether they are able to ping or not. So if they will be on the same subnet, whether 10.0.0 or whether 192 or anything, they will be able to ping if they belong to same network. But if they belong to different network, they will not be able to ping. You will need a router and you will need to configure IP addresses in the same subnet on router ports as well. So if there are still some questions you guys can ask, I'll be happy to answer.